What is up, YouTube? How are y'all doing? And all the new YouTubers that's trying to get up there and get these subscribers and everything, we're going to show you how to blow up in 90 days. Right after this intro, let's check it out.
Growth's got a formula most never learn. You don't need luck or talent, structure is earned. If you're ready to build and you know it's your turn, start with the 4 free videos, earn as you learn. Click on the more below to sign up.
That's right, guys. Click on the link below to sign up for the 4 free videos, man. It'll give you an overall picture of everything, man. Everybody is trying to make money online. I was trying 7 years ago. I remember watching people videos. I watched this one guy video, y'all, and he did a video saying that he made $41,000 in 1 month. And I'm going to work and I'm listening and everything. And I'm like, man, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to pay all my bills this month. I remember. And I said, I got to look at this YouTube thing. I have talent. I have plenty of talent, but talent does not grow a YouTube channel. You have to structure this stuff. You have to put it in some type of system. You have to get a formula. You have to stop guessing the growth formula. Once I figured it out, can't keep my mouth shut, because it's amazing to be able to get up every day and do this or do whatever you want to do. I just came from the Bahamas. I got a trip this weekend. I'm going up to New York, come back home. Then I'm going to the Philippines. I'm staying in the Philippines for 30 days. Now I'm going to be in the Philippines having fun, but I'm going to be doing a lot of studying, because my goal is financial freedom for life. And this is what I teach people. There are 3 things that you need to do. First of all, you start an online business. That's your YouTube. You get that together. Then you get your credit and everything up so high that you can use the credit money to start investing into crypto or whatever you want to call it. But you need to have the capital to start making your credit invest. And that's my whole program. And we are still on the beginning, starting a YouTube channel. I'm telling y'all, I'm going to change people's lives. If you're sick and tired of going to a 9 to 5 every day, you need to start now. You need to check out what it is Uncle Mike is putting down, because right now I'm just practicing. And that's the beginning of my YouTube course. I teach people how to practice YouTube. You have to practice it first. Get used to doing this. Stop guessing and get clarity and get a structure going. Once you get a structure going, then you can start adding one new thing. Get that in there, add another new thing, get that in there. I'm going to try a new microphone now. Now we got a new microphone, put that in there. And the first structure is to be able to drop at least 1 video a day. Okay, maybe you want to do 2 videos a week. But whatever my formula is designed to show you how you can drop 1 video a day without recording every day. You can take all 3 or 4 days. My system works so well that I had 200 videos uploaded waiting to be released. I said, we got to move to 2 videos a day. So we moved to 2 videos a day. On my main channel, I drop 5 videos every day. Don't play with me. On this channel, we drop 2 videos a day. I record enough videos for 7 videos a day. I want you to get this, because this is how you grow a channel. To be able to drop 1 video every day, that's your first goal. Once you reach that goal, then you can double it up. After that, the sky's the limit for you. But my formula teaches you step by step what to do to actually be able to release 1 video every day. Your channel is going to rock. And that video needs to have the right elements in it. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You have to do different things. You got to have a beginning, an end, and you can't be talking as long as I'm talking right now. I'm just joking, man. I'm serious though. But anyway, check this out. The exact system to blow up on a YouTube channel in 90 days. Oh my goodness. Let's see if she right, man. I got over 500,000 subscribers on my main channel. I've been doing this for 7 years and I'm a full-time YouTuber. Don't judge me by the subscriber count on this new channel. We're over here having fun. We're seeing people got questions and different things. If you got a question, leave a comment. Let's check this bad boy out.
I'm about to show you the 90-day YouTube challenge that led to the 2 biggest growth spurts of my entire YouTube career. The first time I followed it, it got me monetized. The second time, it broke me through a major plateau and eventually led to me hitting 100,000 subscribers. This is the most effective system I have ever used for growing on YouTube. And while it won't be easy, if you actually follow through on what we're about to cover, this could be one of the most impactful videos that you watch this year. So grab a notebook and something to write with, and let's get into it. So this challenge is split into 12 weeks, which are divided into 3 core phases, each with its own focus and its own upload schedule. We'll be using a default upload schedule of 1 video per week, but don't worry if you currently post more or less than that. I'll let you know which parts to modify to fit your own schedule. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it with Phase 1, Foundations. Starting with Week 1, Declaring Your Commitment. The first week isn't about planning or strategizing, although we will get to those soon. This week is about making it real. Because the truth is, most creators who fail this challenge won't fail because they're bad at making videos. They'll fail because they give up. Maybe they get busy, maybe they'll lose motivation, but whatever the reason, this challenge will quietly slip away. Don't let that be you. That's why this week matters, because commitment changes everything. And there's real data to back this up. A study led by psychology professor Dr. Gail Matthews found that people who wrote down their goal were 42% more likely to achieve it compared to those who only thought about their goal. And that number climbed even higher for those who shared it with others. So that's exactly what we're doing in Week 1. Let yourself and the world know just how serious you are about leveling up your channel.
I did that without knowing that I was doing it. I was telling everybody and their mother, all my friends, man, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. And they looking at me and they laughed at my job. At my job, they laughed at me. Well, some of my family members probably laughed too, friends and everything. And I'm looking at them like, why y'all laughing? I'm the one with the talent. Even though the talent don't have nothing to do with you going on that channel. But here we go.
And use that public declaration to keep yourself accountable when your own motivation runs out. You can do this through a community post, or make a quick channel update, or even make an Instagram story or a tweet, or post in a Discord server. And if your channel is still small and you don't already have an audience to declare your commitment to, that's okay. Still write it down, and then tell a friend or a family member. Tell us in the comments of this video.
When you keep talking about it and keep writing it down and you talk about it and get it in your, it's getting into your subconscious mind. It's getting into your soul. I keep talking about this and now I got to do it because I told so many people I'm ready to do it. When you going to start? Pick a start date. Pick a start date. You got to pick a date and say this date, because you don't want to lie to yourself. The one person you don't want to lie to is yourself. This Friday, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to hit that record button. You don't have to upload it, but at least hit the record button. I'm only hitting the record button because I said I was going to start on Friday, and Friday is here. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but guess what? You started. That's a start. Here we go.
The point is to make it so that you're not just thinking about maybe taking YouTube more seriously someday. You're actually doing it, starting right now. And just between us, because I genuinely want you to do this, I may be offering a little something to people who make their post. More on that later. But for now, once you've made your commitment, you're ready to start building the foundation that will support every video you make moving forward. Which brings us to Week 2, expanding your taste. Because before you can start making great videos, you must first understand what it is that makes a video great. And to do that, you need to develop your taste. Taste is your creative filter. It's what helps you choose the right topics, spot good ideas, and make better calls with editing, pacing, titles, thumbnails, all of it. So this week, your only job is to watch YouTube not as a consumer, but as a creator. Not just, did I like this, but why did I like this? Why did I click? Why am I still watching 30 seconds in? How does the music and lighting make me feel? When did I get bored or click off? And what prompted it? Aim to study at least 30 videos this week, and not just videos within your niche.
That's week 2. That's a great idea. What do you want your videos to be about? That's a great idea. Look at your favorite YouTubers. Try to figure out what they study them. You studying. Try to figure out what you think they doing wrong. I mean, if they got 1 million subscribers, why they don't have 5 million? One of my favorite YouTubers, when I first met her, she had 5 million subscribers. Now she up by 6 million. She got a whole nother 1 million subscribers, and I'm sitting over here at 500,000. I need to give her a call. Here we go. Study. Just study.
Expose yourself to different formats, vlogs, challenges, tutorials, breakdowns, commentaries, and more. The more variety you take in now, the more creative options you'll have to apply to your own videos later. As you study, start building your swipe file, a collection of elements that spark something for you. Titles that made you click, thumbnails that caught your attention, hooks that pulled you in, and editing choices or effects that made you feel something. The format for your swipe file doesn't matter. You can use Google Docs, Apple Notes, Notion, whatever is just most frictionless for you. To make this even easier for you, I put together a free Notion workbook complete with all the exercises you'll need over the next 90 days. I'll put a link in the video description to grab it for free. Use it because it'll guide you through noticing things that you typically wouldn't. And it'll ensure that you're not just binging videos, you're studying them. Start building your swipe file here in week 2 because you'll be coming back to it again and again over the next 10 weeks. By the end of week 2, your brain is going to be buzzing with inspiration, and you'll be watching YouTube differently with a sharper sense of what you like and why you like it, which sets you up in a great place to move on to week 3. Developing your signature video recipe. Now that you've studied what works for others, it's time to figure out what works for you. Because in order to stand out from everything else that already exists out there, your videos need to be remarkable. Which is where your video recipe comes in. A unique blend of ingredients that makes your content feel intentional, fresh, and unmistakably yours. A distinct video recipe is the reason why many of your favorite creators feel so dang irreplaceable. And you can develop your own through a unique combination of 5 core ingredients. First up is audience. Who are you making videos for? What are they curious about? What do they struggle with? What kind of content do they already love? When you know who you're talking to, everything else becomes easier. Next up, we have value. What does your audience gain from watching your videos? Are you helping them take action, helping them understand something better, or even just making them feel less alone? Whether it's insight, entertainment, inspiration, or something else, just make sure that your videos serve your audience in some way. Because without that core value, there's no reason for anyone to watch. The third ingredient is format. How are you delivering that value? Here are the formats most commonly used on this platform. Pick the 1 or 2 that are most aligned with your strengths. The fourth ingredient is vibe. What feeling do your videos give off? Does your content feel cozy, high stakes, inspiring, efficient, something else? While we often forget what's exactly said in a video, we remember how the video makes us feel. We come back to get more of that feeling. And finally, the last recipe ingredient is your differentiator. What makes your version of a video worth watching over someone else's? This is your special sauce, and it usually comes from a unique skill set, access to something others don't have, value that's more insightful, in-depth, or novel than what's already out there, or personality, which is inherently unique to you. As you develop a signature video recipe of your own, consider your strengths and your taste. What are you naturally good at? And when you look through your swipe file from last week, what formats and vibes keep popping up? You don't have to make any final decisions here. A large part of this whole 90-day challenge is discovering your video recipe through intentional experimentation. But we can't do that if we don't have a video recipe to test out in the first place.
That's the formula. See, you got to develop, and then you can take that same formula, that system that she's talking about doing, and you add everything in. You like the way this thumbnail, I like they thumbnails. I want thumbnails like this. You copy all the thumbnails. I like these titles. I like the way they start these videos. I'm going to start my videos like this, but I'm going to change some things around and make it me. Once you got all that together, now you got your video, the way you're going to do it from beginning, the middle to end. And you take that formula and practice it. And then you just start adding a new video, football, basketball, motorcycles, cars. You just add boxing. I'm watching boxing, water, dieting, all this stuff that's within your niche, so to speak, whatever it is. I'm talking to a broader people. So my point is, you get your formula to do YouTube, right? And you make sure every video has that same, all the elements. Which elements you practicing this? Because in the beginning, I forgot to say this. I forgot to say that. There are about 5 or 6 things that you should say in each and every last one of your videos, period. Let's continue.
So draft between 1 and 3 video recipes to test.
Those
you need
are
combinations
recipes
that feel specific enough to guide you and to experiment with it. And armed with your video recipes, you're ready to head into the last week of phase 1, week 4, idea generation. It's time to take everything you've done so far and turn it into actual video ideas. Because starting next week, you'll be shifting from planning to execution. From here on out, every video you make will be a shot on goal. And we want to do everything that we can to make sure that every shot counts. So your goal this week is to come up with 8 video ideas that each pass 3 critical criteria. The first criteria is testability. Does this idea help you refine your video recipe? Think of each idea as a tiny experiment. What happens if I try out this format? What happens if I lean into this vibe? What happens if I serve this audience with this value? If you drafted multiple recipes, generate at least 1 idea for each one. And if you only have 1, use this as your opportunity to test and refine it. The second criteria is view potential. Can the idea create a breakout opportunity? Ultimately, the whole point of this entire 90-day challenge is to blow up your channel. And while not every video needs to go viral, every idea should at least have the potential to do so. The simplest way to do this is to leverage what's already worked before. Look for titles, thumbnails, or concepts that have already hit the view count you're aiming for, either from you or from someone else, both inside and outside of your niche. And then filter those concepts through your video recipe to make them uniquely yours. And finally, the last criteria each of your ideas must meet is feasibility. Is it possible for you to execute on this idea at 2 times your normal upload pace? In phase 2, you'll be moving fast, and every idea you pick must be doable within a tighter production window. So ask yourself, could I realistically script, film, edit, and publish this at double my normal pace? If not, is there any way I could simplify this to be within scope? Save your bigger, more complex ideas for later. Their time will come, but for now, aim for tight, clear, and achievable. With your 8 ideas in hand, you've officially completed phase 1. You've built your foundation, you've set your direction, and now you're ready to head into the most productive push of your YouTube career. Welcome to phase 2, sprint mode. Weeks 5 through 9 are when things get serious. They're the most intense, focused, and transformative part of this entire challenge. This is your creative boot camp. And if you commit to it, you'll see more clarity and growth in the next few weeks than most creators get in an entire year. Here's how it works. For the next 8 videos, you're going to double your normal upload cadence. So if you normally post once a week, during sprint mode, you'll post twice a week. And if you usually post every other week, aim to post weekly, and so on and so forth. At a default upload pace of once a week, sprint mode will take you 4 weeks to complete. But we're giving you 5 weeks for this phase, because life happens. We're only human. So the built-in buffer week will help you catch up, just in case you fall behind. Now, I'll be honest with you, the next 5 weeks won't be easy, because up until now, you've been in planning mode. Yes, it's been real work, but it's also been relatively safe. There's been no real pressure, no real resistance. But now you have to take action. You have to actually show up and publish videos. That's why, instead of just relying on sheer willpower to help get you through sprint mode, we're going to add in an extra layer of external accountability to help keep you on track. It's time to make your second public declaration of this challenge. Let your audience know that you're taking on a 4-week sprint and that you're pushing yourself to double your upload schedule. Doing so will make it harder for you to back out. with the added benefit of giving your audience something to root for. And because I genuinely want you to do this, I'm gonna offer you a little extra motivation. First, at the end of every video of mine from now until the end of the year, I'm going to shout out one channel that's actively participating in this challenge. Just tag me in your post or video and use hashtag #AprilInsChallenge to be considered for a shout out. But I'm not stopping there. Because while a shout out from me might give you a nice short-term boost in viewers, I also want to set you up for long-term success. So I've teamed up with my longtime partner Spotter Studio to offer every creator I shout out lifetime access to their platform. If you haven't heard of it, Spotter Studio is an all-in-one YouTube planning partner designed to help you come up with better video ideas, stronger titles, more clickable thumbnails, and tighter story structures, all based on real YouTube performance data. For example, if you're looking for titles, thumbnails, or concepts that have worked well in the past, Spotter Studio's Outlier tool makes it easy to find videos that have overperformed, not just on YouTube as a whole, but also for your specific audience. Once you have an idea, their Story Beats tool helps you level up that idea and turn it into a fleshed out concept rich with curiosity potential. From there, you can use the Title Exploder to generate and refine high-performing title variations, and use one of my personal favorite features, the Thumbnail Concept Generator, to generate multiple distinct visual concepts, with a variation of different compositions and styles that you can use to inspire your own thumbnail design. Every part of Spotter Studio is designed to help you save time and make better creative decisions faster, which will be very useful during sprint mode. And even if you don't get chosen for a shout out, Spotter Studio also gave me a link to let you try them out for 14 days absolutely free. So I'll put a link to that in the video description below. Thank you so much to Spotter Studio for not only sponsoring this video, but also just for supporting creators and for partnering with me to make this challenge possible. Now back to sprint mode. Now it's time to actually start making videos. But be careful here because more reps only matter if you're learning from each one. You see, the true power of repetition comes from small, consistent improvements that compound over time. And while sprint mode is designed to compress those improvements into a hyper-concentrated period of time, if you're not intentional about improving with each and every upload, you risk finishing sprint mode at the exact same place you started, albeit a little more tired. So to ensure that you're getting the full value out of each and every upload, follow this 4-step system with every video you make. First, set your learning goal. Before you start scripting or filming, ask yourself, what is one thing I'm trying to learn from this? Maybe you're testing new format, or experimenting with a new title structure or thumbnail style from your swipe file, or trying to simplify your editing workflow. Whatever it is, as long as each video is set up to teach you something, even if it flops, it means that the time spent working on it won't be wasted. Step 2 is to make the video. I can't really give you any shortcuts here other than to say, just get it done. Don't overthink it, don't try to make it perfect, just get it out the door. Sprint mode only works through consistent execution. This means sticking to the upload cadence you committed to, even if it feels like a video isn't ready. Remember, you can't learn or build momentum from a video that never gets published. After your video goes out, step 3 is to reflect. After each upload, take 20 to 30 minutes to fill out a post-video reflection. Promise me you won't skip this. This step is by far the most important one of them all. It's what turns just making a bunch of videos into a well-oiled momentum machine. Use your Notion workbook to track what video recipe you used, what worked well, what you want to focus on improving for the next video, what new skills you acquired, how the audience responded, and what you would have done if you had more time. That last field is especially important to fill out, as it'll help inform you when you get to phase 3. And the more detailed you can get with your post-video reflections, the more valuable they become. Because that's how you'll be able to identify the patterns that start to emerge, the golden nuggets that typically take months or even years of trial and error in order to identify. And finally, after your post-video reflection is complete, the last step is to update your community. Okay, this one's optional, but I highly recommend it. After each upload, or even just once a week, share your challenge progress with your audience. This could be as simple as a quick video 3 of 8 complete, or as involved as sharing some key takeaways from your last post-video reflection. But no matter how big or small, just sharing some sort of regular update helps keep you accountable and also invites your audience to join you on your journey, building more loyalty, hype, and just overall engagement. Follow these 4 steps for every video you make over the next few weeks, and I promise you they'll be some of the most transformative weeks of your entire YouTube career. And look, sprint mode won't be easy. Around the 3rd upload or so is where the novelty of the challenge will start to wear off and the reality of double uploads will start to hit. Some videos will flop. Most weeks will be overwhelming, and chances are you're going to fall behind and question whether or not it's worth it to keep going. But that's okay, that's normal, so anticipate it. Sprint mode isn't about perfection anyway. It's about showing up again and again and putting in the reps, continuing even when it gets hard. The first time I did this challenge, I managed to upload 9 videos during my sprint mode. The second time, I uploaded just 4. But if I let you in on a little secret, what really mattered, what really moved the needle for me, wasn't the exact number of uploads. It's what I learned from those uploads and from the sheer momentum that came from uploading more frequently than I had done before. So don't stress if things don't go perfectly.
Yep,
Just
don't stress.
keep going.
Just keep
Stay
going.
the course. Push through. You're going to be shocked at just how much your content improves over just 4 weeks. Once your
4
last
weeks.
sprint mode video is uploaded,
4 weeks, y'all. 4 weeks. If you was to work 2 hours a day or 14 hours a week, because you can do 4 hours on Saturday. Thursday you can't do nothing because you got to take the kids places. All you got to do is schedule out the time. In my formula that I teach people, 14 hours a week. Even if you do all 14 hours in one day, if you have to do that, 14 hours a week can make your YouTube channel explode, and you on the path, you're getting this thing together. And guess what? It's not stressful because you know what to do. It's a structure. You got direction. You got direction. All you got to do is just keep doing it. And you're like, you know what? This video, I need to make more videos like this. Boom. Now you go make your video. You do the same thing. You're on the same engine. Then you say, oh, well, I want to do a video. Well, I'm going to try this one. You sit down and do your videos. You could just sit down and say, I'm going to do all the videos. I done get everything together. Bam, I'm going to sit here and talk and do the videos. All you got to do is get structure and stop guessing at it. The number one problem is everybody watching these videos, because they refuse to get a coach or some type of structure. They just prefer to guess. That's a hobby. You want to turn this into a business? In order to turn it into a business, you have to invest into a business. What business starts with no money invested in it? You want to do business, then you got to invest in business. Here we go.
last post video reflection completed, and your last community update posted, you're ready for the 3rd and final phase of the 90-day system. This is the phase that changed my life. You've made it to phase 3.
Phase
the
3,
banger.
week
Everything
10.
you've done this challenge so far has led to this final video. The absolute banger that not only showcases just how far you've come, but that also has the highest potential of blowing up your entire channel. And I don't say that lightly. When I first did this challenge myself, my own banger video isn't just what got me monetized, but also what got my channel discovered in the first place. It took me from under 1,000 subscribers to over 10,000 subscribers in less than a month. It prompted an invitation to speak at the biggest creator conference in the world. And most importantly, it's what proved to myself that I really did have what it takes to succeed on YouTube, and that pursuing this dream of mine really was worth it. So trust me when I say a single video really can change everything. And now it's your turn. So here is how this is going to work. We're going to slow way down. While sprint mode was all about maximizing quantity in order to accelerate your learning, this phase is about going all in on quality. So to make this video, you're going to have your original pre-sprint mode upload pace. So if you were originally uploading once a week, you now get 2 full weeks to work on this single video. And after 4 straight weeks of double uploads, it's going to feel like you have so much time, which is completely by design. Because between the new skills you've picked up, the creative instincts you developed, and this newfound abundance of time, you're all set up to make the best video you have ever made. Start by revisiting your idea list from week 4. Were there any ideas that made you genuinely excited, that made your heart perk up when you looked at it, but that maybe felt a little too ambitious to be able to pull off during a sprint mode? Now is your chance to bring it to life. Just make sure your chosen idea is backed up with some form of proof of prior success, like an outlier video or past videos that have hit your view goal. As long as there's some indication that it's a concept with breakout potential, you can pour everything that you have into it, knowing that it has a real shot at taking off. Next, go back through your post-video reflections to piece together your fully developed signature video recipe. What audience do you want to serve? What value do you want to provide them? What format can you use to best deliver that value? What vibe or feeling do you want your videos to give off? And what differentiators can you lean into? Take that finalized video recipe and apply it to your chosen idea to make it uniquely yours. And finally, compile your answers to the last question of each post-video reflection. The things you told yourself you would have improved if you had more time. Well, now you got that time, baby. Put together, these answers will tell you exactly what you need to do to take the quality of your video from good to great. Maybe it's deeper research, or more cinematic shots, or more intentional music choices and sound design. Whatever it is for you, the culmination of that extra effort is what will separate this video from every video that came before it. So take your shot, make something you're proud of, make something that feels bigger and better than anything you've ever done before. Because you just spent the last 2 months showing up, learning fast, and proving just how badly you want this. And now is your time to show the world just how far you've come. With your banger video uploaded, all that's left to do is take the final week of this 90-day journey to reflect on what you've accomplished, consolidate everything you've learned. This is your time to take it all in, and also to decide what comes next. Because now that you have all of this momentum, we don't want to lose it. So take this final week to revisit your post-video reflections one last time. Rewatch your uploads with fresh eyes. Consider how it felt to focus more on quantity or on quality. After all, this challenge pushed you to explore both ends of the spectrum. In sprint mode, you pushed quantity to the extreme and saw what you were capable of when you removed perfectionism and overthinking. And for your banger video, you pushed quality to the extreme and saw what you could create when you slow down and give a video your full attention. So now that you've experienced it all, what balance do you want to strike moving forward? Do you want to revert back to the original upload schedule you maintained before this whole challenge started? Or do you want to make some changes? There's no one right or wrong answer here, and you can always change your mind later. But for now, armed with a data-backed upload schedule, a clearer creative voice, a stronger connection to your audience, and a signature video recipe that's entirely your own, congratulations. You've done it. You've completed the 90-day challenge to blow up your channel, and I can't wait to see what the next chapter will bring. So now you know the roadmap. 12 weeks, 3 phases, and 1 challenge that could genuinely change your life, the same way that it did for me, not just once, but twice before. And yes, I know it sounds intense, because it is. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. And the truth is, most people who watch this video won't. They'll nod along, think, oh hey, that's a good idea, I should try that. And then they'll close the tab and talk themselves out of it. And look, I get it, the timing's never perfect. But the ones who win are the ones who take action anyway. They start before they feel ready. They commit before they feel confident. And they figure it out while they're moving. So if any part of you feels like you're meant for more as a creator, that your channel has more potential that it just hasn't tapped into, then this is your moment. The end of the year is coming fast, and if you start now, this challenge will carry you there. You'll finish the year stronger than you started, with real momentum, a clearer direction, and an audience that's actually growing. But most importantly, you'll prove to yourself that you can do hard things. You can commit. You can take YouTube seriously. And when you do that, you're no longer hoping that your channel will grow someday. You're actually building the version of you who makes that growth inevitable. So let this be your moment. Download the Notion workbook, start the challenge, level up your channel, and go all in on the creator you're about to become. If you need a primer on how to come up with great ideas that will help you absolutely crush this challenge, check out my YouTube Ideation Masterclass here. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If you need it, this is your sign to keep creating. Like and subscribe if you can, and I will see you in the next video.
Yes. That was interesting, man. She she put together a formula that's working. You know, all she's doing is you put together a formula, and guess what? You just keep working that formula. You keep working that formula, and your channel will start growing. But you got to keep putting up the content, keep putting up that content and stuff. Hey, check this video right here out if you're trying to reach them 1,000 subscribers. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.